Hello, it's time. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me today. I need to switch over this reference real quick. Oh, okay, let me do this. 1 second. Okay. Hey, Scott. PCMT, hey. Good to see you again. Thanks for hanging out. That's awesome, dude. Good evening to you, too. How are you guys doing today? Also, how is the volume on the music? Let me know if it's too loud. Please. That's awesome, PCMT. That makes me super excited to hear. Thank you so much. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's a floor. There we go. Look, that changes both. Weird. There you go. Okay, so let's get back into it, shall we? So what I'm going to do today is... PCMT, are you aware of a game called Magic the Gathering? One of my main goals of this channel... I'm a huge fan of Magic the Gathering. So one of my main goals of this channel was to take Magic cards, like this one right here, Soul Ring, and recreate them in 3D. So, here, I'll show you. What I started with was main monitor. Okay, well, it's gotta maybe scoot that back. What I started with was a model, some basic shapes in Maya. And now I've brought them into ZBrush, and I'm continuing to add more detail. I think so, something like that. It's got really pretty art though, Scott, so I kind of just look at all the different cards and pick like, this is some pretty art. Let's see what I can do with that. But yeah, Scott, your guess is as good as mine. So we have our reference in the bottom left of the screen. We have our model right here that we've been slowly working on sculpting. We've got like our ring right here. That's correct, PCMT. ZBrush is for sculpting. I mean, you can use... There is a lot of things you can use ZBrush for in addition to sculpting. But yes, what I use it for is primarily sculpting. So let's see. I think where we left off, we're just kind of adding a bunch of like asymmetric grooves to the ring. The thing that I like about this ring is like, I mean, and maybe it's just a light, but I like how this adds a lot of like different kind of detail to it to make it look as if the ring is actually like carved or has like indentations in it. So we're gonna try to do that. Definitely not that big. Yeah. Yeah, ZBrush has so many brushes. It's actually a little overwhelming, but I found that you're good with sticking with just like 10. So like for example, I'll just number them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I use some of these. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. Alright, I use between 10 and 15 brushes. So, even though ZBrush has a lot, you don't have to use them or even know them all. And I mean, there are definitely a lot of add-ons that people have made for even more brushes. Like, I mean, if you want to get into, like, really specific things, like, actually, you know what? Let's check out this website right here. This is a really cool website that is unfortunately getting shut down soon. But Flipped Normals has, like, a lot of 3D resources. Okay, right here. So yeah, this website, super cool. Unfortunately, their marketplace is closing on the 31st, so 5 days. But it has a whole lot of sweet resources that you can get. So like extra, I mean, I don't know, like texture packs for like Substance and stuff, 3D courses, even has like ZBrush brushes. So let's see, brush. Yeah, like right here, this is a great example. So like ZBrush, like built-in ZBrush has a variety of brushes, but there are also a lot of like extra brushes that people have made if you want something more specific, like these fur brushes or things like that. I guess these aren't brushes, but like, it's that type of idea. But yeah, Flip Normals, cool website. I'm going to try to pick up a few things before it fully closes because there's a lot of sweet tools and resources you can get there. Alright. Let's see. How's your week been, Scott? Also, Scott, I've been thinking a lot about like the cyber controller, and I think one of the sub themes I focused on a little too much. So like that deck's been in my head for like the past couple weeks, just being like, what do I need here? Like something feels like not focused about it. And I think one of the sub themes I had too many of was just like doubling the trigger. So I might just like remove some of those cards in favor of just like more bounce type of effects. Right on, PCMT. Thank you. Actually, not. I think that's okay. Let's I think I'm pretty happy with where the ring is at currently. So let's get into the pedestal. And let's like start making it look more stone-like. Actually, you know what? I like the idea of... We're gonna hide this. We're gonna hide this. I'm gonna add symmetry. Oops. I want this pedestal to have like something more visually interesting in it. And I think if you look, it's very subtle, but if you look at the reference, it looks like it kind of like goes up and then goes inside. So maybe like goes up a tiny bit, goes down a bit, and then goes even deeper. So let's try to do something like that. Have I ever tried to model a stylized character on YouTube? Not really, PCMT. Like, the only time I've tried that was that one character model that I was working on the other day. Nothing more crazy than that. Let me think about how I want to do this. I think... Let's make this super big. How about you, PCMT? I mean, I guess since you said you do animations, but does that, like, did you also have to try to do, like, stylized characters or anything? What's this do? Hold on, something's not working. What is it here? Maybe What if I inflate? Even bigger though. Maybe even bigger. Okay, I like that. Let's maybe bring this down. Nope. Huh, maybe PCMT. What's the challenge? Let's sharpen this. Yes. Yeah, there's a. Okay. The challenge is to model myself as a 3D character. That would be fun. I will accept that challenge one day. I'm not sure when, but I think that would be something fun to try. You know what? Let's try this. Ooh, hold on. I actually think this is kind of what I want. Let's look at this. This goes up. I want it to go down. Okay. I think that could be fun. Have you ever done that before, PCMT? I'm doing this so silly. I think let's do... Where's mask circle? This. Okay, something like this. We can match this. Okay, we can do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Ooh. out super weird. I still feel like it's going over the edge a little bit. Okay. That's fine. What? Okay, that looks good. Okay, I get that. I mean, that's still cool though. I find texture painting very impressive. I've only ever really messed around with like PBR materials for like kind of more realistic textures. Texture painting is like especially stylized textures, that stuff is hard, dude. Okay, I like that. Okay, and now let's do... Okay. Good here. Not quite. I don't like that it's making that like super deep impression, so I think and these impressions are something I should have done while I was in Maya. But I didn't really think about it then. Okay. Okay. I feel like we went about that in a messy way, but I like how it turned out. That's good. Let's see. I had this a certain way last time, and I think I want to... something like that. I want this under part to still show up a bit, so... We hit a pickle now. Okay. One of the changes I made a while back. Let me see. It's fine, it's fine, still looks good. Whatever I did here, I don't like how it affected these carvings. Let's see, you know what, actually, we're gonna go back, and we can just do it quicker. And I think we're gonna add a few more of these random carvings, because why not? I don't like how this space is kind of just like clear. I'm gonna do a curve pen. No, not that one. Oh, just mask pen. Let's see what I want to do. Huh, that looks like it would fit. Sure. Let's see. I mean, it's super obscured, but I still want something there in case it would like peek through. So let's just do like, yeah, it's fine. We'll do something like that. Well, PCMT, I haven't really gotten around to it. This channel, this is like towards the end of my second week, and so there are definitely still a lot of things that I know could be improved. Like, I would love to start a Twitch channel too, and then just like stream to both. But thumbnails is a great idea. Like, imagine having a thumbnail with me in the corner, and then I have like the piece of art that I'm trying to recreate, like this soul ring in the background. Like, that's definitely a good call. But just other things that I just haven't gotten around to. Yeah, right now the YouTube, like this streaming, it is more of just a hobby. Just as kind of an outlet for me to do 3D and hang out with people that are interested. But no, slowly I would like to make it more and more of a thing. Let's see. How about you? Do you take like, do you make thumbnails for your stream? Is it more of a hobby, or are you trying to do it professionally? Well, actually, you said you're in school, so maybe you don't have a whole lot of time to put into this. Okay, you make thumbnails? Mm-hmm. Gosh, it's so interesting how there's like an art to thumbnail making too. Okay, I think that's fine. We're gonna use inflate for this and go. Yeah. I don't like this. Yeah, that's true. Oh gosh. To be honest, I didn't even think about how much AI could do for thumbnails. But you know, I would want to make my own thumbnails. I think it'd just be more satisfying. But I do get how much more of a time saver that would be. But I don't know, my thumbnails would be super simple. I know that. Okay, I think that looks good. Yeah, I think if I ever did my own thumbnails, it'd probably just be like... that's one. It'd probably just like, what? Be like 5 or 6 different pictures of me. The image of the magic card that I'm trying to make in the background. And then that's it. And then I would just swap out those pictures. And then that's it. And then anytime I'm making a new magic card, swap out that too. Now we can do this. But you are right, it would look far more interesting. So maybe that's something I'll get to, like, maybe next week. That could be fun. Seems good. Oops. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta think about how I'm doing this. Hold on. What did I do before? Okay, I think I know. We're gonna select all this. Deselect just this top portion. Nice. We're gonna bring this in. We'll clean that up in a bit. And then we'll bring it up. too much. Maybe like there. That seems good. And then we're going to okay. Hey, I don't like that though. Hold up. Maybe that's not gonna work like I thought. Okay, alright. Is that it, Scott? You want 7 pictures? I can do that. It's fucking sick. One for each day of the week, just in case. I get it, Scott. You know what? I think this would just be so much easier for me to form this in Maya and then just bring it back, and then I'm just going to redraw these runes. So let's do that. I mean, we're all here learning together, right? We'll merge that to center. Let's see, what did we want here? We wanted this to go up like this, a bit. And we want it to go down. Hold on. That was one of those songs that's just like, not worth running. Nina, hi, Nina. Huh? Come on, Nina. Come on, Nina. Hi, Nina. Okay. Oh, absolutely, PCMT. No, thank you so much for hanging out. You don't have to, like... Hey, no worries. If you gotta go do your thing, that's totally cool. I appreciate you coming in and stopping by to say hi. If I don't see you again for the rest of the night, I hope you have a great night. Thanks again. Nina. N-I-N-A. There we go. Okay, this we want to go down. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, interesting. know what, we'll do this. Merge these, edge, let's bevel. I really want to get like that curve going on. No, not really what I'm looking for. But yeah, good luck with your animations, PCMT. I definitely want this. Maybe I do this, maybe I do this, and then I do this. And then maybe I do this. Oh, maybe I do this first. Maybe I do this. Merge vertices to center. I take this. I lower this. Maybe move it here. And then I bevel. Ooh. Oh wait, that's way off center. Hold up. I think I have something selected down here. Yes. Unselect these. Now I have these. Merge these to center. Bevel here, and now, oh yeah, look at that bold, dude. That's what we want. Look at that, gives the Soul Ring so much more aura. Hey, Steven, how's it going, man? Okay, I like this. I like this. Okay, now we will take this. We're gonna bring this back into ZBrush as an OBJ, not an FBX. Soul Ring pedestal. Ooh, okay. What'd you think? Let's import here. Nice. Pretty much. I would say like 90% of the show has no dialogue. And I think it's so cool how much they do with that. for sure. I think I love their choice of not using dialogue, and in my opinion, it makes the animation and the story much more emotional and intense because that's a whole thing that they can't rely on. So they have to do a lot more with like the facial expressions, with the action, with the silent moments in the music, and I think it does a lot. It definitely is like a bold artistic choice, but I think they pulled it off really well. Let's go to here. We're gonna duplicate this. I don't want to smooth. I do want. Hold on, let me look something up. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you liked it. I'm currently catching up on Invincible, so I'm on the most recent episode now. I need to watch that, but then once I catch up there, I'm going to start checking out Owl House. Let's see. So what I'm looking up right now, every time I divide, so right now this object is almost 2,600 polygons, so that's not a lot to work with. I want it to be a lot, like 100,000. But every time I divide, in order to increase the polygon count, I don't want these edge lines to show up. So I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to divide without having those show up. Ascendance of Bookworm. I've definitely heard that name, but I don't know what that show's about, Scott. Right here. I like that. A Sentence of a Bookworm. I like that name. I feel like there's like like a double meaning there. Okay, let's see. Remove creasing if the edges are too sharp. If your edges look sharp, pinched, or have extra hard lines when you subdivide, they may be creased. Go to Tool, okay. Geometry. Okay. Crease. Okay, and then click Crease. Oh. Reduce the crease level to 0 before subdividing. Let's see what that does. It's not doing anything for me. At least I don't think. No, maybe if I go back in here, I take all these. I soften these edges first. Okay, I did something in Maya. Let's try to bring it back in here and see if that changes anything. I don't know why I brought my tool all the way over here. Oh, I think that's why. Okay, what's going on here? Well, whatever. There wasn't much of a difference. We'll just work off of this one. Yeah, I got that. No worries, Steven. It's a really good one. Jeez, how many seasons does this have? Wait. But it's produced by Studio Wit? I do like Studio Wit. But dude, a 4th season airs next year? Or next month? That's a lot of seasons. You know, reading this, it actually sounds interesting. I don't know. This sounds like a series that I would like. Definitely on the maybe one day I'll check it out list. In a way, like, I'm sure it's less dramatic, but the concept kind of gives me Orb vibes. Scott. But, like, I'm sure Orb is a lot more serious. So let's see. Let's try this now. Increase all. I don't know. We'll just keep going. And we'll divide and smooth things as we go. Oh, okay. I was like, what? Even through the text to talk, I couldn't get that sentence. But yes, Orb was great, dude. Orb was so freaking good. Okay, I actually think I like where it's at right now. I guess we're just gonna work on smoothing out these edges, because I do not like how visible they all are. Dude, it was a phenomenal show. Like, what year did Orb come out? 2024? I think... Yeah, I think for 2024, my top 3 anime were Frieren, Delicious in Dungeon, and Orb. Like, I thought all 3 of them were phenomenal. Dude, yeah, the name is really cool. Oh my gosh, and I guess 2024 Apothecary Diaries probably would have been would have rounded out my top 4. I don't remember all fully what else came out that year though. Hey, Dansvar! How's it going, man? It's going really well. How about you? I submitted that character model the other day. I got some little, I got some feedback that they want me to work on. But I'll do that kind of on my own time. I think for the stream, I'm gonna get back to what I was originally trying to use it for, which is kind of like recreating Magic the Gathering art, but in 3D. But I mean, there'll probably be side projects like that every now and then too. Hey, Jimmy, good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. How you doing, bro? Ooh, nice, Danzar. So I am trying to recreate the card Soul Ring for Magic the Gathering. I have the reference image on the bottom left, and so that's what I'm working on today. What about you? What do you like to do for your warm-up sculpts? Nice. Oops. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Danzor. How long do you usually do your warm-ups for? And is it something that you just try to do I'm just gonna see how far I get today, or see how much I can do it, or how much I can do how quickly in a specific day, or is it something that you carry over between days? So for example, if you're working on a skull today, are you going to continue that tomorrow? Or do you just try to do as much as you can in one day? Okay, that seems fine. Let's go back here, reveal this, and get these. Oops. Take symmetry off. Triangle. You know what? Now that I think about it, Scott, I feel like one of these should be the colorless symbol, right? That would be pretty thematic. Okay. Let's check out this reference. What symbols do we have on here? We've got this. It starts getting a little less clear here. Let's keep going with this. We'll put like the colorless symbol here, because that could be kind of cute. Okay. So which ones do I for sure want? I want this. Okay, that's cool. I feel like that's definitely a good way to get quicker, Dansvar, where you give yourself that time limit, and then as you do it more and more, you figure out what, like, not necessarily what shortcuts you can make, but like how to make things more efficiently in the future. I don't like how that turned out. Hey, what up, Acosta? No worries, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, today's been fun. Good luck with your editing, dude. Good to see you, man. That's fine, right? Yeah, that should be okay. We'll see how that looks later. Here, let's sharpen this up a bit. Maybe this. And now we'll add that colorless way symbol. it's like what? Yeah, like that, but I want it bigger. Actually, you know what? Let's do it double, just because, I mean, it's Soul Ring, and it makes 2 colorless mana. So maybe. Any of the lazy mouse features? I feel like I've heard that before, but I probably have not had. Probably not. ZBrush lazy mouse. Stroke in the top bar. Huh. What does it do? Actually, no. Let's just turn it off. When lazy mouse is on, drawing will take place not under the mouse cursor, but under a brush point that is being dragged behind the mouse cursor by a virtual string shown on screen as a red line. This allows for very precise control of the brush and is ideal for drawing smooth, predictable curves or any sort of detail work. Ooh. Okay, okay. Interesting. That's cool. It doesn't seem... You know what, let's try it on this. Does it only show up on some brushes or functions? Also, is it better for a mouse as opposed to like a pen? Because I use a tablet. So I don't know, so I generally just work off of my pen. And I'm just very picky about doing my like brush strokes. It's interesting that it shows up on like, because I imagine these lines, that's the lazy mouse, right? But it looks like it only shows up for certain tools or certain brushes. Unless it's something you turn on per brush. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Weird. This is kind of cool though. Alright, I'm definitely gonna have to practice around with that more. Thanks for sharing. I didn't realize, like, that seems... I'm curious now. Very cool. Thank you, Danspar. That's awesome. Actually, no, I can look that up. It's interesting to me that it seems like Lazy Mouse shows up on like some brushes, but not on like the masking pen. No, I haven't. This is awesome. Thank you. Oh, enable it per brush. Okay. Cool. Okay. Oh my goodness. Dude, this is like a game changer. Thank you. I mean, it's definitely gonna take some like settings to get used to it, but no, this is cool. Man, I wish I had some like info or like tips or tricks to share back with you. this. Sure. Is there a hotkey to turn lazy mouse on and off, just in case? Probably. I can look that up. Lazy mouse ZBrush hotkey. L. Okay. Oh, not by default? Maybe it works for like... It's not working for masking. But that's fine. I'll look more into it later. I think that's fine. Okay. Works for me. Dansvar, what do the numbers mean for lazy mouse? Is that like the degrees you are off from like the horizontal line? So like from 0? Wait, hold on. Oh, is it like when you start drawing and then you move from there, is that how many degrees off you are from like where you started drawing? Huh. Weird. Oh, that's what the lazy radius adjusts? Okay. Interesting. Huh. Very cool. Mm-hmm. Oops. Oops. Okay. So let's take this. I don't like how close this one is to the edge, so I'm going to clean that one up some. I usually slap these parameters on the main UI so I don't have to go into the menu to adjust them every time, rapidly adjust them. I get that. Actually, that's something. I'm going to leave a note. Dansbar, thank you. There are definitely some like UI things that for ZBrush I need to work on. Like gosh, having stuff like Dynamesh up here would be great. Having stuff like hide part and then delete hidden up here would be great. It's one of those things that's just like, I know I use these tools a lot and it would be great for me to put them more easily available on the UI, but I just never get around to it. Steven, I don't think I got your first message. Dude, I've seen so many cool, like, custom UIs for ZBrush. It's something I definitely should explore. I think I saw something where they patched that to not be as challenging. See, now that's one of those things where I wish I could have tried it out as it was, as with its original difficulty, so I knew what it was like. Oh, okay, never mind then. I thought that was in the patch notes. Well, then I've still got a chance. Actually, I kind of want to match that, this to that. Dansvar, how long have you been using ZBrush for? Oh, okay, yeah. At this rate, I'll never make it to that point. No, God. Ugh. Dude, I want to have a day where I can just, like, play that game all day. Like, no responsibilities. No, I mean, of course, like, feed Nina. But apart from that, just, like, do nothing but play that game. I think I want this to be more evenly rounded. This is such a minor part that I don't need to be spending as much detail or as much time on it as I am. There, that's fine. I'm content. Okay. Oh, okay. 3 years ago? Awesome. I mean, I learned it roughly... I don't know, it's been a while now. I guess I should say I learned of it back in like 2018 when I went to school. But I've kind of used it just like on and off. Never to an extent where like I learned a whole lot about it or like really delved deep into what it's capable of. I mean, what 3D work I have had in the past, I mostly just relied on Maya, and ZBrush was kind of there as like a, you know, I can use it for some extra things just by knowing the basics. Dude, I know, right? Steven, you would think I would have that much time to do pretty much anything I want. Or to do, like, to just, like, spend playing all day playing games. And trust me, that sounds nice. But no, dude, honestly, things are just... Even without a job, things are just so surprisingly busy. Okay. So I did that, That's the ring thing. what's my usual daily schedule like? It's like wake up at 7:30. For the next hour, make coffee, prepare Maxine's work lunch, eat breakfast, play with Kitty, and get Kitty breakfast. That's like my first hour until like about 8:30ish. Actually no, so we'll say until 9. That's like until 9. And then for the next couple hours, it's like chores around the house. So it's dishes, cleaning. This is about until like 11ish. Dishes, cleaning, laundry, tidying up my office, looking for job applications, doing unemployment. So just busy work like that. That's until about 11. At 11, I have lunch. I play with Kitty again for a little bit. I get her lunch ready. And then I start streaming at noon. Go until about 4 or 5. And then after that, maybe I cook dinner. That's like 2 hours. So that's like until like 7ish or so. And then I spend the rest of the day hanging out with Maxine, watching shows or something. And then it's bedtime. And then those are my days. On occasion, there might be like a magic night or something. It's basically like one night of the week, I go to my parents to have dinner. Usually one night of the week, I go out to play Magic. The other 2 nights of the week, I cook. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's just kind of like a free-for-all of whatever we do. And that's kind of how my week goes. Okay, where are we at with this? I think if we look at this, we have the carvings in the ring. I mean, they could be more interesting, but they're fine for now. Let's kind of start making the stone look like stone with a variety of different brushes now. So let's mess around with things. Let's look at clay buildup, for example. We have this. But then, hold on, what do we want? We want, where's the back face calling? ZBrush back face calling. Brush, auto masking. Okay, backface is off. Okay, so let's see. We can take something like clay buildup, change the alpha. Ooh, hold up. Kind of liking that. Ooh, look at that. Interesting. Let's mess around with that. Is that so, Steven? Yeah, you know what? Kitty's fine. Okay. Let's maybe add one more division. You know, Kitty can go a couple more hours without food. No, I could never do that to her. Yeah, maybe I should just start letting some things loose in the house for her to start catching. Be like, alright Nina, here's your breakfast. Oh my gosh. No, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of weird. I'm the type of person that can't really get stuff done if, like, my environment is unkempt. Because then it's just like, that's just like a nagging thing I have in the back of my head where it's just like, this needs done. And then I don't feel comfortable doing other things until I get that done. This is a cool effect. And I guess just kind of like an all-over type of thing looks good. You know, it's like I start building up this mental list of things that just like need done, and then eventually it's just like, all right, I can't. I've got like way too much like mental baggage that I have to start doing these other things. Hey, David, how's it going, man? I don't like how stretchy it's looking down here compared to everything else. Dansvar, do you mind if I just ask you questions on occasion? Yes, David. What's your question? My dream job. Actually, yes. To sculpt miniatures for board games. I think that would be such a fun job. There are a few companies, especially, whose miniatures I super admire, like Steam Forged Games, for example. They do a lot of video game crossovers, so they've done like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Horizon Zero Dawn, Resident Evils 1, 2, 3, Devil May Cry 5, and I think their miniatures are so cool. So that's a dream job. So yeah, sculpting miniatures. And then it just kind of combines multiple things that I'm really into. Like, I love board games almost as much as I love Magic. I mean, as you can see in the back, I have like a huge wall of board games, which I think is something that you were curious about one day. But yeah, those are all board games. So it would combine that, it would combine 3D, I think it'd be super fun. Alright, thank you, Danswire. So, at this point in my sculpting, like, if I start sculpting down here, like, it's all stretched, right? And I think that's because the faces are super stretched compared to how they are up here. So at this point, before I sculpt all this, like, finer detail, would I want to Dynamesh or Z-Remesh or something else entirely? Yes, I do. What's your dream job, David? Of course you would. I mean, who wouldn't want to get paid for napping? That loves napping. That does sound like a dream job, though. There are a few options. I wouldn't go for Dynamesh personally. You'll end up losing a lot of your forms, but you can retain your detail after Z-remeshing by projecting your high poly. Okay. Could you do me a favor and try control tapping your most recent action in your control tapping? Did that do it? Okay, for sure, yeah. Yeah, newer Z brushes are out of my price range at the moment, but at least I have this one. Oh, but newer Z brushes look like they have so many sweet functions. Oh gosh, I did something. I pressed something. Okay, that's actually a really good suggestion. Let's try that out, because that's not something that I've ever really done before. That's a thing? Hold on. Wait a second. Well, I actually don't mind hanging on to the current level of detail that I have. So I don't really mind about losing all that stuff if I delete the higher ones. So that should be okay, right? Like, I can just go back to here. Hold on. Alright, So I can go back to here. Control tap. Wait. Okay, so I have this one held. 395, I think. But I guess we could just... Could we maybe achieve something similar by duplicating it? So I think we'll duplicate this one. Nina? Hi, Nina! Nina!
Oh my god, look at you, so cute. Oh my goodness. You're such a precious kitty. Nina, hi.
You want to look that way? Aww. Okay, I think I'll go about it that way, Dansmore. So let's see. So yeah, we can hide this. Okay, so we have this one with the sculpt. We'll keep this detail. This is our original. We'll keep this one. We'll go here. We will... What do you say? Delete higher subdivision, so we can do that. We'll lower this. Delete higher. Add edge loops where necessary. Never done that in ZBrush. Add edge loops ZBrush. I have not, Dansvar. Okay. Z modeler. Ooh, what's this do? Delete. Okay. It tells me what it does. Interesting. That extrude. Oh, not it. Very cool. Wow, this is cool. Okay, so hold on. I probably want insert, if that's like an insert edge loop, or maybe add to curve. What's this do? Oh, hold up. Oh, that fills up the... Okay, that selects this thing, for sure. Oh my god, look at all this stuff. Okay. Interesting. Bevel. Huh. Dude, you are blowing my mind with all this stuff right now. Okay. Here's the Zima edge. That's cool. I could see that. Gosh, I kind of hold up. I kind of feel that way about a lot of ZBrush stuff, where it's like it's a little clunky, like ZBrush in general, but so powerful if you can learn how to like figure out how to do it all together. That's weird that hovering over different things has different options. Like if I hover over this face, it has this menu, but then if I hover over this edge, it has that menu. Oh, Z-Modeler edge actions, Z-Modeler polygon actions. Dude, that's weird. Okay. What's poly loop? Hover over an edge, select insert, and every time you tap that edge, you'll insert a new edge loop. You need them. That's crazy, dude. Oh my goodness. That's cool. Bro, that's wild. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is there a way to select and straighten edges? Like if I wanted to like try to straighten this edge all the way. Actually, you know what? Let's just see. Let's just see. Edges. Ooh, maybe a line. You can hold and drag it around as well. Oh, like the edge loop? Cool. straighten, edge, loop, and ZBrush. Oops. Oops. What do we want? We want this rectangle. So to straighten it, try selecting it like this? Or like masking it? Oops. Hmm. Try to mask it. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Dude, that's so cool. Bruh. Okay, I need to go back over what I just did. Okay, masking just this portion. Okay, so I think basically by that, yeah, these faces are masked, and so is this edge. We'll invert, we'll move here, we'll align this to center. Oh my gosh, that's so freaking cool. That's rad. Oh, dude, this is crazy, actually. Alright. Okay, where were we even at before this? Inserting edge loops, okay. That's cool. Let's just maybe insert a few like right here. We'll do one right here, one right here, one right here. I'll just insert a few. Okay. Where's our sculpt? We've got this. It's like 2 mil. Okay. We will divide this some. No. Oh, actually, this is a great. I was wondering about this earlier and I couldn't find anything. So as I divide, it still shows, like, I can clearly see the edges, right? And the faces. Is there a way to divide, but like have these not necessarily smooth out, but just not be so apparent? Because see, I'm on division level 4, and it's just making the, I mean, I can still see these. But I guess it's like, if I use smooth, it also kind of smooths out the edges, like really harshly, right? Yeah, like that. And I don't necessarily want that, but maybe I like divide a couple times without smoothing, and then I start applying smooth. Because it's like, I want to keep like these angles sharp, but smoothing ruins that for me. And then it's like if I apply smooth partway through, I still get these like harsh lines. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. It's like creasing in Maya, probably then. So let's try that. Hold on. Let me see if I can work on that. So let's see. Edge actions, crease. Hold Alt to crease. Interesting. Target edge loop complete. Nope. Oh, maybe this helps. Ooh, hold up. Huh. And then I guess, does this like double line that appeared let me know that I've creased it? Let's add a crease, like, sure, right there, right there. It's weird, you can kind of tell more as you zoom out. Right there. Right there. Okay. So creased, 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 creased. All right, let's try. Shift F, right? Yep. Let's go to divide and smooth. Dynamic subdivisions. Okay, let's see what this looks like first. Divide, divide, divide. Oh, that's cool. And what, can you pull this out? Wait, what? Hold on. No, that's okay. Thank you so much, Danzibar. I feel like I'm distracting you from your work. I really appreciate you going through all this stuff with me. I bet you, like, crease? Uncrease all. Crease all. Huh. Adjust the crease level by 15. Yeah, let's try this. We'll do this one. So I think this one has the increased crease level, so let's see what happens. Oh, maybe it just applies to everything that you already have. Oh my goodness. Dude, this is cool. 2 for hard surface. Okay. Dude, this is so cool, man. Alright, let's mess around with this again to kind of really drive it home. Oops, nope. Okay, so we're gonna crease these, but keep them at a crease level of 0, just to kind of see what it looks like. I mean, I know that's not gonna do anything, but I really want to see like the before and after. Alright. So all this stuff is creased. Let's divide and smooth. Turns like that. Okay, let's undo. Undo. Let's do crease level 2. Let's just hit this. Divide. That's cool. And it applies that to just everything that's already creased. That is neat, dude. And now it looks smoother, and it still has that crease. Oh, that's nice. But actually, something I would like to try to do then is, hold on. I can accomplish the same thing. So to straighten this edge, we masked it and then we moved it. So let's see if we can do the same thing but more circular. Oops. Hold on. Maybe I want every... Alright, I'm going about this in a super janky way, but we'll see. Wait, hold on. Then... Huh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. There's a crease tab, 2 menus down. Just the higher means sharper. Okay, we went over that. Yeah, I saw that there was a slight bevel too. Okay, okay. Oh my, that sucks, Steven. I heard that there was a stabbing at the Pokemon Center this morning. And that was a few hours ago. And last I saw, they were both unconscious. But I guess there was a fatality, and that's really sad, and that super sucks. Man. That does really suck, dude. Okay, I actually think yeah, I feel like it is so rare that you hear about that type of stuff happening in Japan. But who knows? Maybe it's more common than we think, but we just don't hear about it unless it becomes international news. There we go. This had a bit of a lip that I didn't like, because it like goes in and then down. Yes! Yes! No! Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay. Super sick stuff. Nope. How are we on the pieces? Okay, so now that's looking good. Now we divide. And it looks smooth. Then we divide again. And it looks even more smooth. Now we can work on the projection. Dude, Danzivar, this has been huge, man. Thank you so much. Like, so cool getting to learn about all these new tools. Yep, we're all learning together. No, thank you so much, dude, though. For real, like, this is awesome. So now projection. Make this visible. Go to here. Geometry. No, it's in the subtool, right? Yeah, project. Project all. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, that part doesn't though. Okay, the top. Okay, hold on. Huh. Oh, you know what? I bet we can mask. I bet we can mask. So let's try that. We'll go back to here. We will mask the very top. Now let's try projecting. No, maybe it makes sense to mask this portion. So if we take this and mask, also mask the bottom. Yeah, let's just mask everything. Okay. There we go. Then we'll go here. I've never masked and projected, so let's see if this works and how I'm hoping it will. Oh my gosh, it kind of does. I mean, it looks a little messy, but still. That is a great suggestion, Dance Bar. Let's do that, because we're kind of we're playing with fire right now. Okay, there you go. Dude. You know, David, I feel like a lot of those are really good in Toph. There's like Prized Statue, which makes treasure tokens. Ichor Wellspring for card draw especially. You have like Servo Schematic and Nimble Schematic, I think, to make Servo tokens and Thopter tokens. Like, those enters and dies artifacts, so good for Toph. Hold on. How do you do something? There we go. Let's actually just do this. What do I need? I feel like I'm close. But I think I want to change this. Huh. That's a good idea, Danzvar. Now let's try that. Let's see why. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's do this. We'll just. We're gonna try to be super precise with it. And anything that isn't this can get unmasked. Basically. Sure. Nice. Okay, let's see how that works. I could definitely clean up the edges just to make that look more smooth with like H polish. But I'm gonna play around with a few of the projection settings and just kind of see how that looks. What does shell do? Okay, no. Ooh, but actually maybe... I mean, if this goes out... Maybe if I do it inverted a little bit when I project... Why doesn't that let me... Oh. This is... There we go. No, that actually just makes this look weird on the inside. Interesting. Okay. I mean, definitely some interesting, like, experiments to try, but really I don't mind sculpting it again. Which is probably what I will do. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sculpt them again. But that was really, like... It was cool trying to, like, project through masking. I haven't done that before. And I can try to get them even more clean this time. Like you would, like, resize the original model with these sculpted details? Oh, and then maybe that would help with the projection. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I could see that working. I think I will try with the sculpting though, but that's a really good suggestion. If you want it more. You know what, let's... I want this to be tighter. I'm good with that. But yeah, Dansbar, thank you so much for spending your time helping me out with that. I know that took up a lot of your time from your practice, but I really appreciate it. It was cool getting to learn so much stuff. I mean, gosh, we went over Lazy Brush, a brief Z modeler intro, creasing, inserting edge loops. Like, dude, that was so many tips. Thank you. And then we'll add those symbols there. Nice. Okay, that's good. I'm glad it felt worthwhile for you too. What's this look like? Dude, there really are. Like, I agree. One of the things I love about ZBrush, I guess 3D in general, is there's so much problem solving. It all feels like a puzzle, and there are so many different ways to approach that puzzle. And it's very satisfying. I mean, it feels daunting in some ways because it's like, is this the right way? Is this the most efficient way? But at the end of the day, as long as you get it to look good, that's the main thing. And what method you use to get there usually doesn't matter. I guess I shouldn't say usually doesn't matter, but like, because it can matter a lot, but there, like you were saying, there's just a lot of ways to approach it. And there really isn't like a best method, I would say. Most of the time. Okay, how's this look? Okay, I'm good with that. Let's bring this thing back in to see how much more space we have to work with. And we're going to make those double diamonds here. Yeah, I agree, Danswar. Because, yeah, different people would know different methodologies, so whatever ends up working best for them. Oops. Actually, these are kind of more wide diamonds. Nina? Maria? Nina, hi. Come on. Come on, Nina. Nina, is there anything I can put up here for you? 1 second. Nina, let's try this. Do that right there. Would you like hanging out here? can't see my camera. Nina, you're too precious. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you, Danzivar. Her name is Nina. She's such a sweetie. We've had her for about like a month and a half now. My fiance's brother was out on a work trip and came across her at a gas station in like terrible weather, and she was just trying to like get anyone's attention. So he brought her back home. We offered to kind of like foster her initially, and then we just like fell in love, and we were like, nope, we're keeping her. Oh, you're such a sweetie, Nina. Okay. You know what? I bet I can just make alphas out of these. I'm gonna bring this into Photoshop. Let's go. New. We'll do pixels. Okay. It's an alpha. PNG alpha. So I think it's usually black. So if we just coloring this. Okay. Let's see how this works. File, export as a PNG. Colorless alpha. Let's go back into ZBrush. Alpha. Import. Oh, okay, Danzbar. How many cats do you have? Okay, I feel like I'm close to what I'm trying to achieve with this. Maybe if instead we change to mask square. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're close. We're close. How do I make it darker? Maybe that's just something to do with this? Change freehand to drag. Well, I think we kind of already did that. Only with this now. Gosh, we're definitely close. Maybe it's because it's not white. With the PNG, wouldn't that just be like invisible or see-through? We could try. Definitely closer. How does this one look? Okay, so it's definitely not just my alpha, because this one also appears kind of like faded towards the ends. Is that a drag react thing? Or a drag rectangle thing? There we go. There we go, dude. So what did I do? I mean... maybe it's something with the type of brush. Sick. Oh man, does that look cool. See, and I feel like this is exactly what we were talking about earlier, where it's just like, it feels like there's a lot of problem solving involved, but then when you get it, it's so satisfying. yeah. I, in fact, did not know that, Danzibar. Oh my goodness, dude. Now it's all if I remember it. Holy, that's cool. That's so cool. Alright. Well, let's sharpen these. Oh. Well, definitely want to take care of those. It's fine. Okay, nice. Got the masks a bit sharpened. Yeah, I actually don't like how this one looks. Oops. There's a rectangle. Yeah, man, Danzibar, this was super fun. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I really appreciate all the help. And yes, I'll probably be working on this Soul Ring for the next day or two, so hopefully see you again. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Okay. Man, those came out so cool. Ooh. Let's, I guess we could just do this bit. Dude, Steven, that was crazy. This went from like a... How do I get just like... this like stone texture onto it to like... Oh, this is kind of cool actually. To like just like a huge tutorial and lesson on so many new tools and stuff. Yeah, that was awesome. I learned so much from that, dude. Like, that was crazy. But I actually think I can tell Nina's been getting super antsy and has been trying to get my attention a bunch. So I will probably call the stream there for today. And then, yeah, I'm going to continue this back at noon tomorrow. You know, maybe since I'm ending the stream early today, that'll actually give me some time to play a little bit of Crimson Desert too. But yeah, so let's see. Tomorrow, let's look at this one. What do we want to do? Tomorrow, we'll keep going with the Soul Ring, and we're going to add all these stone looking effects. So we're gonna add these lumps, make it look all bumpy and stuff. We're gonna try to add some cracks and see what we can do there. And really just give it that stone-like texture. So that's gonna be our goal for tomorrow. I'm still kind of debating how to go about like doing all these swirls and like crazy looking elements and stuff. But I think that's we'll figure that out when we get to that point. Yeah. Me too, Steven. Me too. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Thanks a lot for hanging out, dude. As always, good to see you again. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we're slowly learning. One day we'll have our soul ring. It's been quite a journey. I'm glad to have you here with me on it. There we go. But yeah, have a good rest of your day, and I'll let you know if I end up getting to play more Crimson Desert later. Alright, see you, dude. Bye.